girlfriend of a Boston police officer whose body was found
in the murder trial of Karen Reed after the jury said it was unable to
they
reach
will
a
retry
verdict.
Karen Reed
is
after a judge declared
Hello and welcome to today's recap of the Karen Reed murder retrial. It's Tuesday, May 20th, 2025, and we are back from yesterday's boxing match with the defense side, in my opinion, landing a lot of punches. And today we got a second round in the ring. Let me tell you, the day began with defense attorney Robert Alessi resuming his cross-examination of Shannon Burgess. You guys all remember the guy without degrees. He's the prosecution's digital forensic analysis. Well, Alessi basically wanted to put some holes and confusion, in my opinion, into what Burgess was saying. Alessi questioned the synchronization of the SUV's Techstream events with O'Keefe's iPhone data. Burgess's May 8th report used Reed's three-point turn as an anchor to align these clocks for the SUV and the iPhone, to which Alessi challenges this methodology, right? He's like, couldn't there be some bias to this? Which this whole changing of times to me and like picking a certain point and then figuring out the times and then changing all of them does seem very, very confusing to me. And I can't be the only one. I am sure there are jurors that are just like, it doesn't seem objective. Something's off. I don't know. To me, it feels a little junk science-y. And that's just my opinion. Okay. I could be totally wrong. Then Alessi found another inaccuracy in Burgess's timeline reports. They were off by 24 hours. Burgess was really confused by this. And then he kind of figures it out and says, oh, yes. If it was the collision day, then the date is wrong. And this is just another inaccuracy in his reporting, which doesn't mean that it's not accurate or it's not fact, but it's hard for me to get over these small inaccuracies or even the big one like his degree, that I'm just not sure we can trust this guy or his analytical skills or his timeline skills. I'm out. Alessi then compared some findings of his colleague, one of Burgess's colleagues, to Ian Whiffin's findings, pointing out that Ian Whiffin finds that O'Keefe's iPhone is still active at later points than Burgess's colleague. So that's confusing. Alessi also wanted to point out about how his reports have changed over time. And to this, Burgess just insists that he's just clarifying his reports. He also then asked Burgess, or Alessi also asked Burgess, why he keeps saying collision, because essentially what his readings from the car data are not actually collisions. It's Techstream data from the car sensor. And there are 30 of them within like a 24-hour period. And obviously there's not 30 crashes. It's just anything, like even a hard brake can trigger a sensor. And Burgess says correct, like we can't even tell if any of these are collisions at all. The prosecution then got to redirect, probably trying to put a Band-Aid on Mr. Burgess, which I think it worked a little bit, actually. Maybe he was like, stop the bleeding, but there's still a wound. He went straight in, like, let's talk about your LinkedIn. When did you update this? And he was like, I don't know, 10 years ago, probably, I don't check it. And I could say I'm the same. Like, I don't think I've checked mine in a long time. And that reminds me, I will do that tomorrow. He also asked Burgess about a bunch of other accreditations that he has and certificates, to which he has a ton. He went over a handful of them that he has, which basically shows that he is competent in his field, or that is what the prosecution is trying to say. Burgess then told the court himself that he did not give his company his credentials, to which that I think is a big fat lie. How does your company get your credentials if you don't supply them to your company. And they're different than the LinkedIn one. So I don't know where they're pulling it from, but I'm calling liar pants on fire to that. Or he's just saying that his company is the one that is fooling everybody and making him act like he has a degree. They then moved off of that subject and back into clarifying this timeline and this 3-point turn. It got really repetitive and I'm pretty sure pretty boring for the jury. My takeaway here, as I'm really trying to think of this in layman's terms, is this guy changed the timeline because the phones all had variant times when these events occurred. And so they wanted to get a more accurate reading. Like I said, it feels off, in my opinion. Alessi then got back up. I mean, you guys, we just want this witness to get KO'd at this point. He brings up another court case that this dude was involved in and another CV that he sent to the court. And this resume this time says he graduated from college with his bachelor's degree in 2024. What? Like, oh my gosh, dude, how do you keep doing this? And how are all these dates different? Like, what in the heck is going on here? Basically, he's been going to school for 17 years and isn't even a doctor or doesn't even have his bachelor's degree. I don't even think he's got his associate's degree. I mean, what the heck has he been doing for 17 years at school? I did think, why don't we ask, like, when is the last time you took a class? But I guess the defense really needs to just ask, like, yes or no questions or questions that they actually know the answer to. And so that's, where they stopped at that. Brennan then came back up and tried to smooth it over again and asked him, like, why haven't you gotten your degree yet? And to which Burgess says that work-life balance is the thing that stopped him from getting his degree. I think, Mr. Burgess, your next step is to really go get your degree. It doesn't take that long. You can get one online these days. So finally, Shannon Burgess is done, and I am sure he's about to go change his underwear and have a drink because he really got the book thrown at him. Next up was forensic scientist Christina Hanley. She was up there for a hot minute. Let me tell you, she didn't get a lot of time today. She just let the jury know that she was hired to analyze the cocktail glass and glass pieces from 34 Fairview Road and the bumper of Karen Reed's vehicle to see if they fit together and they were the same, all came from the same glass. Unfortunately, Shannon took all day, so Christina did not have a lot of time to talk. They called a sidebar, and the judge said that basically she's tired and we got to call it. Everybody can go home. So we will see Christina tomorrow, and we will hopefully wrap up the Commonwealth witnesses soon because I'm telling you, I can't wait for the defense witnesses to get up there. Thank you all for tuning in to the Alternate Podcast. We are happy you are here. And if you like our coverage, please share it with a friend. And also, please give us a rating and review. We would really appreciate it. That's what helps us grow. And if you want to support us even more, we do have a Patreon, patreon.com/thealternate. And until tomorrow, have a super day.